good. Not sponsored by the way, unfortunately, but they fucking should. Oh. Oh man. These are so fucking good. Cheers, motherfuckers. To those of you that get the reference. Hell to the fucking yes. So,
Boy.
I think we're ready. I think we're fucking ready. Check the volume. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, check. Check, 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 chonk. But I should stop drinking this, man, because yeah, could be a bit a bit too much of this, eh? Okay. Check, 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 check. One. Alright. Do I look good? Absolutely can't. I do. Hey yo, what up, motherfuckers? Today, we will talk about my fat loss, my weight loss journey. I have went from 76 kilograms to 65 kilograms in over 3 months. That is 1, 2, and 3. How did that happen? You will ask me. Well, let me tell you. Let me inform you. Because to be fair, over the past, I'd say weeks or months, a lot of you have asked me some pretty dumb motherfucking questions. And today, I'm going to address all of them. So let's fucking go ahead and unpack this. So, how do you lose weight? Eat less. Okay guys, that was the video. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Guys, I need you to pay attention. Listen to me very carefully. Listen to me right fucking now, okay? Listen. The only way to lose weight is a calorie deficit. You need to be in caloric deficit for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, etc. in order to lose weight. But then you're going to say, Art, I have a friend. He started riding his bike at 5 in the morning every single day. And then he also goes to Newtown to this yoga Pilates, gay bullshit, whatever, group and this boutique gym. And then he gets these like essential oil massages 3 times a day. And man, I'm telling you, he's losing weight. It's working. Maybe. For the short term. Is he losing fat? Probably not. The way this works is that in order to lose weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit. And the way that works is that you eat less, you consume less energy than you spend. Right? So you spend a lot of energy and then you consume way less food. If your diet is going to be very high in protein, carbs, and then low fats, what's going to end up happening is you will preserve most of your muscle mass and you will lose fat. The first 2 to 3 to 4 weeks, I would say, you will mostly lose water. That's just the way it is. That's the way it was for me. That's the way it is for many other people across the world that do something like this. So don't just be like, oh man, I've lost 1 kilogram in a week. This is working. No. I mean, yes and no, not yet. Just wait. Be patient. Fucking patient. You will lose mostly water in your first few weeks. After that, you will start looking and feeling a bit dry, a bit depleted. Your energy will decrease a little bit, especially in the mornings. Before you've taken your, electrolytes, water with salt, pink Himalayan salt, whatever you guys want to do. That's your body flushing out glycogen. That's good. It's good you will be dropping weight rapidly. Most of it's going to be water, but don't panic. The only thing that means is that the next step, you will start losing fat, which is good. Now, the moderate rate for fat loss, I would say, is between 300 to 500 grams of fat a week, right? That's considered quite good. The way it worked for me is that I was losing around 750 to 850 grams a week. Is that healthy? Depends. It's on the verge of being healthy. Is it sustainable? Yes and no. For a few months, yes. In a year, good luck. Especially if you're doing it completely naturally, no freaking, what are they called? I forgot the word. Not necessarily PEDs, but I forgot the word. The BCP 157 and all those things. Forgot the word. Anyways, that's weird. I'm blanking so hard on this word. Regardless, once I remember it, I'll tell you. If you're doing all of this naturally, you really do need to have a high protein diet. Because the problem is that once you burn through enough fat, let's say you've been in a fat loss for 2-3 months, eventually your body's going to be like, hold on a sec. If fat is energy, and we are having less and less fat storages in our body, what do we have? What's another storage of energy that's been untapped? Those are our muscles. Let's start eating those. So in order to mitigate that, you want to exercise hard. If you can go until failure, but be careful with your tendons. You can fuck up your tendons on a cut. I've done it. Many other people have done it. Just be freaking careful with your tendons. Tendons take ages to adapt, and you guys have no idea how bitchy your tendons are. It takes them such a long freaking time to recover, so don't experiment. Don't push yourself until failure every single time. No, relax. Do some deload weeks, So you have to train hard though, with intention and intensity, and you need to eat a lot of protein. Carbs should be okay, on the moderate to low side, just so you don't get super bloated and your body doesn't hold a lot of water. Your fats, I should say, at least for men of my age, should be like around 50 to 55 grams. For women, I'm not sure, guys. Go ahead and ChatGPT it, because it's going to be different depending on so many things. And it's different for men and women, right? So for men, the healthy body fat percentages that you can have is from 10% to 20-ish%. For women, it's the same, but it's 8% plus. So it's from 18 to 28, as far as I can remember. I think those are the numbers, so don't quote me on this. Just Google it and then leave your freaking comments. Oh, you're wrong. It's 20. It's not 18. It's a 14.7. You get the point. It's higher for women, right? They need to have babies. They need to have children. Biologically speaking, those of the women that can and choose to do so. Don't fucking come at me, you fucking activists. Anyways, so this is what you have to do, at least for 2-3 months, I would say. It took me 3 months to lose 11 kilos, and I feel amazing. I feel fantastic. Today is actually the day when my cut ends, and I won't be doing it anymore. I am going to reverse diet slowly but surely over the next 2 months. I'm going to jump from 1,800 to 2,200 calories, and yeah, that's what's going to happen. I feel slightly better already. I will be measuring the circumference of my biceps, waist, just to see if I'm actually gaining any fat or not, just so I can monitor it properly. But that's about it. There is only one true answer, and that is a calorie deficit if you want to lose fat. If you want to lose water, sure, but you'll just be depleted of energy. And just because you're saying, oh, I've lost so much weight in a week or two, as I've said, guys, that's just water. Relax. No one fucking loses 2 kilograms of fat in a week unless you're severely unhealthy and you have to see the doctor. That is not normal. That is unhealthy. Miss me with that shit, okay? Just cut it out, right? There is science and there is what works for 99.9% of the people. You are not that special, okay? I'm just sorry. Unless you have some severe medical condition, then yeah, man, go to a doctor, into the hospital and figure your shit out. But regardless of what you have, so a lot of people are like, oh, it's my hormones. Oh, it's my metabolism. Guys, sure, everyone is different. The core principle is the same. It is a caloric deficit. That's all that matters. A lot of people can be like, oh, but I eat impulsively. I can't control myself. Control yourself. what do you want me to say? Like, if you're gonna keep using these excuses, well, you're just never gonna lose weight. Like, admit it, bite the freaking bullet. If you're like, man, I cannot control myself when I'm hungry, well, then you're not gonna lose weight. How do you think people achieve anything in this life? They freaking control themselves and they do the thing that they want to do. They don't talk about doing it. They don't plan on doing it. They do it. And this is what will help you as well. And if some of you eat impulsively, or you guys can't control yourselves, you wake up at, 3 a.m. because you need to eat something, man, go see your dietologist, go see a therapist, sort that shit out. That is not normal. You should not live your life like that. It will not lead you to... It will not lead you anywhere good, is my whole point. And though it may sound condescending the way I'm delivering it, I actually mean this from a point of view of care and bettering your own life. No one has benefited from impulsive things in the long run, whether it's emotions, whether it's your actions, etc. Have some stoicism, have some self-control, have some discipline, have some motivation. You do it for long enough, well, 2-3 months, and you will see results. And even then, it will be so freaking hard to go back. You will never want to go back because you will look at your old photos in the mirror and you'll be like, oh, dude, that was me. Really? I don't want to look like that. Thank God I don't look like that, you know? So, yeah. Everything that I'm saying, of course, double check. Of course, do your own research. It's your responsibility to double check everything that you hear and see online, especially from strangers who you don't personally know. So be accountable for your own actions. But on the other hand, the advice that I'm giving you right now is what's worked for me. It's what's worked for many of my friends, many of my coworkers, even people who I see on a regular basis, people who I live with even. So this isn't just something that I picked up online and I'm theorizing about. No, it worked. I'm not going to include any before and after photos in this video. That's what my Instagram is for. You guys can go there and check it out. But yeah, I have photos of my whole transformation journey, starting out at 76 kilos and then being 65 kilos. Now, ideally, I want to keep my weight below 70. If I do ever get to 70, that has to be mostly because of muscle. Like, I'd say 90% because of muscle, 95+%. If it's going to be fat, I'm going to cut down again to 65 kilograms again, and then keep on gaining muscle. I want my body to be aesthetic. I want it to be aesthetically pleasing. I want it to be strong and functional. I want to be proud of myself when I look in the mirror and see my own body. I do not want to feel disgusted. I want to be happy with it. And that is the body positivity message that I condone. It's not just being fat and overweight and obese and, all those things. It's actually taking control over your life. The whole body positivity movement was more so towards people who are disabled or people who had very unfortunate things happen to them. It was not for lazy fat people, okay? Cut it out. So anyways, I was going to go somewhere else. I'm not going to go there today, but in another video I will. Yeah, that's really all you guys need to know. You have to figure out your TDE, total daily expenditure. How many calories do you burn just by doing your day-to-day activities? How many calories do you consume? Go online, go to like an online calorie calculator, whatever, or just ChatGPT, you guys. It's going to be even more precise because then you're going to add in all of these details and nuances and just things that you do on a regular basis, and it will help you out. Stick to that for 2-3 weeks, see how you feel, and then tweak it along the way. That's what I've done. That's what I've been doing. That's what I'm still doing. And guys, it works. Look, it just does. All you have to do is be freaking consistent. That's the whole entire message. Figure out exactly what you have to do. Make sure you are in a deficit. There is no such thing as you being in a deficit and not losing weight in the long run. Maybe for like a week or so, your weight could fluctuate. That's normal. Sometimes even for 2 weeks. If you've been in a deficit for 3 weeks and you haven't lost any weight, you haven't been in a deficit. I'm fucking sorry, man. So many people have told me, co-workers, friends, oh dude, Art, I've been in a deficit for 2 months and like I just haven't lost any weight. Well, you're contradicting yourself. That means that you have not been in a deficit. And just weigh everything, measure everything, and log it into an app. I use Chronometer. You guys can use MyFitnessPal, whatever the fuck. All of them work. All of them are great. Especially with AI now, you can take a photo and it will like estimate your macronutrients and micronutrients. So it's perfect. I say just do that. That's what I've done, and it helps. So a lot of people don't log the amount of sugar that they use, the amount of sauces that they use. How many calories do those sauces fucking have? A lot of those, like, sriracha mayo, garlic aioli, all that stuff, those freaking, like, burger sauces, kebab sauces, pizza sauces, brother, like, a serving of 15 milliliters will have 80 fucking calories. So just by adding a whole bunch of the sauce to your, extra lean, beef mince or extra lean chicken breast with, soba, vegan, non-GMO noodles, just by adding a whole bunch of sauce to that, that's another extra 200 calories that you're going to add on top. Do that for 3 meals a day, that's 600 extra calories that you're eating in a day. So you think that you're in a deficit, but you're actually not. Or measure how much oil do you add to your food. Measure that. Do you know that like one freaking teaspoon of olive oil, how many calories is it? I don't remember. It's like at least 20 or 40. Like, it's a lot of freaking calories for just one little freaking teaspoon. You probably add way more than that. Most people probably add like 2.5 fucking tablespoons of olive oil whenever they're frying anything. Or butter. Brother, don't get me started on butter. Holy shit. Or I'm eating steaks and fruit and all that stuff. Well, how much butter are you adding to your fucking steak? And how many times a day are you doing that? Are you drinking your coffee with syrups, sugar, non-skim milk? Brother, it all adds up. All those tiny things add up. But the good thing is, once you figure all those things out, it becomes way, way easier. You can just look at food. You can go into a grocery store, scan everything, and you'll be like, I know that this is like 450 calories. And I know that this thing is 80 calories per serving. So I'm not going to have it because a serving is like this much. So that's all you guys really need. If you're still not satisfied with the method of losing weight, then I'm sorry, you're just not going to lose weight. If you think that you can, you're the smartest person and you need to outmaneuver and outsmart the whole system, well, you're not going to, right? Unless you're in a calorie deficit, you're just not going to lose any fat in the long run. You'll gain most of it back unless you reverse diet, and even then count your calories, right? A lot of people say this, and I agree. The hardest part isn't the diet. The hardest part is when the diet ends, quote unquote, because when it ends, that's when it actually starts. Because that's when you start thinking, okay, I've lost all this weight. Let's eat a burger. Let's eat a pizza. Let's just do this for a week. You still got to count your calories, man. But I was pretty averse to this idea in the first place. I was like, I'm not going to count my calories. Fuck that, I started doing it. It's actually not as hard as many people think it is, especially with apps and AI. It takes 20 seconds to log all the food that I'm having. And that's it. And then you have your daily custom targets for energy, for calories, macros, micros, and you're chilling. That's it. It's 20, 30 seconds out of your day. Okay, if you have 4 meals a day, that's 1 minute out of your day. Just do it. It's not that freaking hard. You're living in 2025. You don't have to walk through a forest for 3 freaking hours to log a piece of chicken into a fucking notebook or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just chill, man. It's fine. It's way easier than you think it is. You just mentally got to arrive in a position where you have the willpower to do something and have the discipline where you want to do something and you do it. Because motivation isn't enough. I'm sorry, guys. Inspiration and motivation, they could be the biggest scams ever, man. I mean, no, when they happen, it's amazing, it's great. And it could work quite well. But what are you going to do? Have 3 or 4 of those bursts in a year and they're not going to do anything else? What about the other 361 days? That's discipline, man. That is discipline. And don't be... Having said all of that, on the other hand, don't go too hard on yourself. A step a day is still a step a day. And that is still 365 steps a year. If you do 2 steps a day, you can just double that number. How much is it? 700. Anyways, whatever. Who fucking cares? Point stands. Keep progressing. Keep making little steps. Every single day. Even if you are in a 200 calorie deficit, which is tiny, by the way, it's minuscule, all of that compounds. All of that will add up in a year, in 2, in 3, if you really want to do this, long term. If not, if you want an aggressive cut, sure. Do it for 2-3 months. There will be moments when you will feel miserable, more or less. Don't forget refeeds, actually. This is what I should have mentioned this way early in the video. Refeeds, super freaking important. Do those. If you don't, I didn't have a single refeed day for 9 weeks, I believe, out of 14. And on week 10, I had this massive binge where I had like 3,000 calories in one night just because I couldn't stop. And then I was like, oh man, what's wrong? I've been feeling okay. But then I thought about it. I was like, no, I've been obsessed with food. I've been obsessed with food videos. I've been going to bed hungry, thinking about food for like weeks before I had my first refeed day. Guys, I would aim for having your first refeed day after week number 4, between weeks 4 and 6. And try and have once every other week. Just a small controlled refeed, but still do it. Just up your carbs. No need to up the fats. If your protein is high enough, you can chill. Since I was doing an aggressive cut, my protein was pretty freaking aggressive regardless. I started at 220, went down to 200, then to 180, and now I'm at like 170. But like at my weight, 170 is like way more than I need. Like I believe 155 or 160 is all I need. I do 170 just in case. You know, it keeps me more satiated, and I don't have to worry about preserving my muscles because I will, and they're there. You know. So yeah, man, refeeds, caloric deficits. Constantly keep tweaking things. If something isn't working, it's not working for a reason. A lot of the times it could be mental, but other times it will be physical. Yeah. So if you're feeling very low energy and you're like 3-4 weeks into your cut and you've just started, it's like, yeah, it's going to be normal. For the first 2 weeks were the roughest for me personally. But then like week number 3, 4, 5, 6, if you're still feeling like shit, man, you're doing something wrong. Just take a step back. See what you're actually doing. See if you're actually logging everything. See what your actual expenditure is. Do you need to be consuming this many calories? Oh, are you under consuming calories? Is this becoming dangerous? Are you drinking your electrolytes almost every day? Because your body's going to flush them out. And unless you're heavily salting your meals, then you're not going to replenish those electrolytes, which are essential for daily bodily function. So, yeah, man, that's all there is to it. Best of luck on your cut. Best of luck on your fitness journey, whatever you're trying to do. Last thing that I do want to mention, when it comes to your training, it shouldn't really change. Nothing really changed in the way I train, and it doesn't matter whether I was bulking, cutting, maintaining. My training has always been the same. The only thing that changed during my bulk, I kept adding weights way quicker, right? And then during my cut, there would be times I would be doing way more deload weeks because I would feel that my tendons and joints are feeling a bit, shaky, a bit just tight and not good, a little soft. So yeah, that's it. That's really it. That's all that you need if you want to be in a caloric deficit and you want to lose fat as quickly as possible. But also don't chase time. Because the more aggressive your calorie deficit is, the harder it will be for you the longer you do it. So I've done my cut for 3 months, and I think my next cut, I will either do a very aggressive 1 month cut, or I'll just do like a 5 or 6 month, very mild, small calorie deficit, because it's just so much easier to maintain if you train consistently, and it's also just easier mentally. Because you don't feel like you're really missing out. It's like, yeah, if I'm going to a restaurant with my mates in the evening, I'll just skip breakfast, for example. Because then, well, that's like 600 to 800 calories that I've preserved, You still get to eat them just later on in the day. So you can be smart about fasting and things like intermittent fasting and things like that as well, like backloading all of your carbs towards the evening so then you can sleep properly. Because if you're just going to if I have a salad for dinner, I'm not falling asleep, man. Like that shit is going to fucking keep me up. Like my hunger levels, like I need some proper meat and carbs in order to fall asleep, otherwise it's just, I'm going to wake up wired and the next morning I'm going to be super irritable. And you guys know I teach, so that's going to impact my students as well. And it's not their fault that I'm on a fucking cut. So, I got to figure my shit out. So yeah, man. That's all there is to it. Good luck, guys, on your cut, on your physical fitness journey. And if you guys have any questions, I will see you guys soon. Go ahead and leave your comments if you have any opinions or whatnot. I'll gladly discuss all of those. And yeah, you guys know my socials. If anything, just feel free to DM me. And best of luck. Bye bye. Cheers. This was